The Helicoprion is one of the most voted creatures created by Guruga. Everyone loves its design and now it has been released to the game. But is the Helicoprion any good? Hello Dodo crew and welcome back for another video on Ark Survival Ascended. Grab a bottle of water and let's get straight into it. Currently you can find the Helicoprion on the island, the Center, Ragnarok and Astraeus. This means you cannot tame it on any other map. It usually hangs around the ocean and seems to share its spawns with the Megalodon and can be spotted pretty easily. Overall, they're currently quite common and can be found throughout the whole ocean. Taming them is somewhat easy and overall the Helicoprion is pretty useful, but more about its abilities later. These are the regions where I found the Helicoprion. For people who do not want to search for a Helicoprion, I put the spawn commands into the video description. Just fill in the level you want and you're good to go. And no, I love that joke in the Ark Discord, but it does not spawn in Oasis ponds. Taming it takes a bit of preparation, but it's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it, as it is a passive tame. To tame a Helicoprion, you need a few items that you must craft beforehand. First, you need items looted from a beacon, which you can afford to lose. Second, you need a good scuba kit, so you don't drown. And lastly, you need little redfish treats, which you can craft from ammonite bile, giant bee honey and Tusu tentacles, which can be crafted in a cooking pot or industrial cooker. Once you're fully prepared, find a Helicoprion and we start taming. For this tame, it is especially important to find one with the highest possible level, as high stats are especially important for this creature, but more on this later. Put the little redfish treat in your inventory, or better yet, in the 0 slot of your hotbar to ensure it works. Once you have found the Helicoprion, throw the crafted item into the water. It will now search for the item, swim towards it and then consume it. After eating it, it will go into a frenzy and start swimming wildly around the area. When this happens, swim up to it, press E and climb onto its back. Once mounted, you will press the corresponding buttons on your screen when they pop up. You will have a short time to press either W, A, S, D or space for PC and the corresponding buttons on console to avoid being dismounted. After completing 5 to 7 commands, you have the opportunity to feed the Helicoprion a little redfish treat. After feeding it, it will gain taming progress and you will need to repeat the process until it is fully tamed. Its taming efficiency will decrease slightly each time you make progress in taming it. So it will not be possible to tame a perfect 225 Helicoprion and you will always remain at 224. I highly recommend that you clear the area of hostile creatures first, as the Helicoprion is a passive tame and other creatures could interrupt you during the process. They can only be ridden with a saddle that can be crafted at level 76. The saddle serves as a workbench and can be used to craft anything that can be made in a normal workbench. The Helicoprion adds some extremely strong abilities to the game, making it especially useful and a must tame from mid to late game. Once tamed, it can turn items into blueprint without resetting their rarity. You heard that right. This fish can turn items into blueprints, which is an absolute unique ability in the history of Ark. However, the process may fail. The higher its crafting skill stat is, the higher the chance that the process will succeed. In addition, it can also act as a grinder. The success rate of blueprint creation is tied to the Helicoprion's wild level and crafting skill stat, which can be increased through leveling and mutations. In addition, the Helicoprion also has a complete immunity to the Ammonite's rage debuff. Normally, attacking an Ammonite triggers a cloud that causes every creature in your area to become aggressive towards you. With this immunity, the Helicoprion can safely hunt Ammonites without drawing the aggro of other creatures. This makes farming Ammonite bile and black pearls and other rare resources much safer and more efficient. In addition, the Helicoprion is immune to the grab attack of the Tusu. This allows it to face these giant squids without the fear of being grabbed, making it a solid counter to Tusus. It also deals additional damage to Ammonites and Tusus. It's a great option if, for example, you need to farm tentacles, black balls or experience from Tusus. With its new abilities, the Helicoprion has two main roles in my opinion. First, Creating overpowered blueprints is a no-brainer, especially on PvP servers, where it makes farming blueprints so much easier. It would be so cool when after raids, when you have stolen gear, saddles or weapons from your opponents, you can simply turn them into blueprints and then use that stuff yourself. But this is not possible. As of now, you can only use items looted in beacons to create new blueprints for your tribe. Especially when combined with a tinkering desk, you can now create and improve incredible powerful blueprints yourself in no time at all. Thanks to its immunities, the Helicoprion is an excellent farmer for chitin, ammonite bile, black pearls and other rare underwater resources. The only drawback is that the Helicoprion is extremely slow, so it's not really a mount you would use for general underwater travel. If you look at the numbers, the Helicoprion is somewhat tanky and can deal some serious damage, yet it is extremely slow. Helicoprions start with base stats of 550 health, 500 stamina and 500 weight. I love the design of the Helicoprion. This creature is the perfect addition for all PvP players. I've been waiting a long time for the chance to make new blueprints from items and then use them in my PvP runs. Too often, I've gotten good gear from beacons that I wanted to use and craft myself, but simply couldn't. In my opinion, the Helicoprion is one of the best creatures added in a long time and could become one of my new favorites. And yes, the Helicoprion is good and could become one of the coolest creatures in the whole game. I hope you liked this video and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo.